Hey everybody, welcome back to Whiskey Central. My name is Shayla, and today we're doing a review of the world's best-selling Irish whiskey, Jameson. So I have a little history for you today, but if you want to skip around to other parts of the video, there's timestamps in the description box below. And if you like whiskey reviews, make sure to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on any new videos. So the distillery was originally called the Bow Street Distillery and it was owned by the Stein family. John Jameson, who was actually a Scotsman, married into the family and became the general manager in 1786. He bought the distillery in 1805, and in 1810 he renamed it to John Jameson and Son Irish Whiskey Company. The distillery was originally located in Dublin, but it moved to Middleton, Cork in the 1970s. So Jameson whiskey wasn't sold by the bottle until 1968. Before then you had to buy an entire cask. But on the bottle you can see the Jameson coat of arms, with the motto Sine Metu, which means without fear. Alright, so let's get into the details of this whiskey. This bottle will run you about $20. It's owned by Pernod Ricard, and it's made in Cork, Ireland. It's at least 3 years old, and it's 40% ABV or 80 proof. So Jameson uses pot still whiskey and column still whiskey. In the pot still whiskey, they use a mix of malted and unmalted barley, about 50-50. They say sometimes it's 60-40, just depends. And then the column still whiskey is 80% corn, and then the other 20% is a mix of malted and unmalted barley as well. And both of the whiskeys are triple distilled. This whiskey is aged in sherry and ex-bourbon casks. It's colored and chill filtered. So I'm gonna pour a dram of this, let it sit for about 5 minutes, and I'll be right back. Alright, so I've let this open up for about 5 minutes. Usually when I pour a whiskey, I will nose and taste it, and then I nose and taste it again after 5 and 10 minutes. But this one kind of disappears a little too quickly, so I just gave it 5 minutes to open up, so let's go in for a nose. So the first thing I get is honey and vanilla. There's a little bit of apple, like maybe a little bit of sour, kind of sour apple. And it's really creamy and buttery. You get some chocolate too, but all of these notes are like really light. Yeah, just like a little light chocolate. And then I get just like some light baking spices like cinnamon. All right, let's go in for a taste. Cheers, guys. So, it's pretty sharp. It's not as sharp as when you first have it if you let it sit for like 5 minutes, but still get that kind of sharp, graininess. There's a little bit of nuttiness too. And then kind of the mid to back palate, it's a little bit bitter. Not super bad, but a little bitter. But it's a pretty decent dram, so I'm gonna finish it up and I'll be right back with my recommendation. So I wouldn't say that this is the best Irish whiskey. The smell is kind of lacking, the flavor's kind of lacking. It's a triple distilled Irish whiskey, so it's really light, but in my opinion, I think there's Irish whiskeys that are better. So if you do like this, you could go for something in the Jameson lineup, and if you want to explore other Irish whiskeys, you could try Teeling or Bushmills. Thanks for joining me on this episode of Whiskey Central. Next week, I'm going to be making a summer cocktail and a special hot toddy for if you're feeling under the weather. So if you don't want to miss out, make sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave it a like. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week. I'm much more excited for this one today. I don't know why, but I'm excited. Shake it like a soul, shake it, shake it like a soul, shake it. With whiskey in our veins, claiming we're the bravest men, I drank Old Crow, but pretended it was Jameson. That's right, I said lineage through the rhythm we scripted in the song, and we give it to Ireland is on. We put our glass to the sky and lift up and live tonight, cause you can't take it with ya. So raise a pint for the people that aren't with us and live tonight, cause you can't take it with ya.